Welcome back to another video. Today we're going to do something a little bit different. We're going to be reacting to some of the perspectives from Love Island USA. Get into it. The problem with this kind of show in tandem with influencers and just the performative ways of reality TV and social media. How Love Island is the perfect example of what social media has done to our brains and the way that we navigate everyday life.
Deeper into the situation, how interesting it is to me. This to me is us watching the performers and the influencers actually start to develop feelings for their couples and realizing, damn, they shouldn't have probably played Friendship Island because now they're feeling the type of way. So let's talk about it. The situation with Sierra and Alandria. Sierra was telling Alandria she didn't feel any type of way and they're sisters and girlfriends and all this stuff. And she also told the same thing to Nick. But as soon as Iris brought up this point, she was like, wait, girl, you either feel a type of way or you don't. One of them's a lie. I feel like she lied to Alandria and she lied to Nick. Why did she lie to them? Because she is putting on a fucking performance for these damn cameras. And the gag is when you're involving intimacy and romance, maybe at some point you will actually stop giving a fuck about the fact that you're on camera. And you can't play this girlhood, sisterhood, whatever the hell, because obviously you are not happy. Now let's talk about the Shelly situation. I feel like Shelly is more upset about the fact that Huda is a hypocrite. Like, it's a lot deeper than people are thinking. They're thinking that she's upset because of a challenge. No. Huda is the one who gets upset about people kissing her man during challenges, the way she was calling everyone types of bitches when they kissed Jeremiah. So it's like, if you wouldn't want that done to you, why would you do that to me? That's disrespectful as fuck. I let your behavior slide for so long. Why are you doing this to me? But the issue here, Shelly, is y'all should have never let her behavior slide. Huda is selfish. Huda is only out for herself. But there's nothing wrong with that in Love Island. Y'all wanted to be girlhood, sisterhood. Huda used that word when it was convenient to her, but she's showing that at the end of the day, Huda is looking out for herself. Y'all need to look out for yourselves more. The dynamic that they all created in the villa is going to be their own demise. The clown came back to bite. It's human emotion for Sierra to be sensitive with the Alandria situation, but blaming Alandria is crazy. And Iris was messy as fuck, I don't care. It's human emotion for Shelly to be betrayed by Huda. But technically, Huda is participating in a challenge. She just doesn't think she has to play by the same rules that y'all do. And that is how we got here. Welcome to my TED Talk.
I agree with some parts of what this creator was talking about. I can understand this is a game show. This is essentially a game show. You're trying to find love, all that, right? But when it comes to regular everyday people watching this, the way that he just said it's Love Island, it's a challenge, like it's this, it's that, trying to introduce this different way of lifestyle, being in lifestyle, open relationships and stuff like that, right? But it's not being navigated in a way that is ethical or considerate. Like, you can do stuff with, you can do the do, but anyway, what I'm really trying to say is this is not perpetuating anything that's healthy for the betterment of people with love and relationships and stuff like that. I really feel like the way that Sierra, which is the top girl on here, the Latina, she is trying to come off as this cool girl, and we're going to get into that, it's coming in, kind of cool girlfriend kind of thing where, oh, my boyfriend can do anything, I'm down for anything, but you actually don't like that. You don't like that he was trying to pursue another connection and all of that instead of, saying how you feel. But yeah, I do believe that these people, they realize they're on TV and, oh my god, I actually like this person. Oh my god, I look like a fool. We're gonna get into this next video. I was just touching into it because the way that they're navigating and the way that they are, this is the effect of what social media has done to people navigating real ass relationships. We're not closed off, we're not exclusive, so I'm gonna go out here, I'm gonna keep on dating, I'm gonna keep on doing all this. Meanwhile, how to build a relationship or connection with somebody, it's a missing art. It's a missing art. How to be romanticized by someone, how to be pursued. It is a missing art in today's fabric of society.
Cut take, but Sierra might have pissed me off more than Shelly did last night. Yeah, Shelly was in the wrong, hypocritical, but she, this little instigator, this little Huda hater.
Wait, Huda raised his most?
Yeah, Ace is the most.
Ooh.
What's so about it? What's so shocking about that? I'm sorry, did Shelly not raise Chris's heartbeat the most? Did you not raise Elon's heartbeat the most? You know, after you and Nick had that conversation, you were like, I won't do too much with Elon. He was like, I won't kiss anyone else, whatever. Mind you, he had Alandra's toes in his mouth, but you're fine with that. You were on the floor with Elon, but that's okay. So the moment your friend is telling you she raised Ace's heartbeat the most, this is when, as a girl, you should maybe be like, well, maybe you should talk to Ace. Because in this situation, it definitely seems like Shelly is more so mad at Ace in his reaction to Huda, but she's taking it out on Huda, and she doesn't even mention that she's mad at Ace. You know, at a time, I really liked Sierra. Really did, but I've always said, as much as I like her, I can't call her genuine just because I feel like she's too polished for the camera. And we all heard about how her Love Island friends, because she's friends with a lot of people from season 5, had coached her for the season. You need to coach someone for reality TV where they just want you to be yourself? That brings me to Johnny and her comment section from her video last night. I get it, you're friends with Sierra, but the fact that you are going to defend anything and everything she does and says actually pissed me off. In the video, Johnny says that she understands where Shelly's coming from. She is valid in her feelings. Sierra was a great friend to her, blah, blah, blah. That's not a great friend. That's actually a horrible friend. Let's make the matter worse type of friend. And her comment section did not disappoint. Someone goes, I know you love Sierra, but it would be nice if you give your unbiased opinion. No, I'm sorry, Johnny. Sierra's a mean girl, and so are all the girls. I just think she should have talked to Huda instead of letting it all out to the girls because they make it worse. Johnny responds, it's normal to discuss your feelings with your friends you trust first and figuring out if you're being irrational or valid in your feelings. Their opinion was that she was valid. Yeah, Johnny, that's actually the problem. Because someone else commented this. Johnny, I love you, but literally on June 20th, you posted a video saying that you love that Sierra's helping Huda mentally develop. Because having a yes man is all fun and games, but when you don't ever grow in your character. And honestly, that needs to be applied to Sierra, Shelly, Andrina this episode. The yes man that Johnny mentioned that's dangerous to someone's development is Sierra. She's the yes man. The face Sierra made about Huda when she found out Ace's heart race for Huda was all I needed to see. Her face here pisses me off so much because what are you about? Shelly, Alandria, and Sierra are trying so hard to be the new PPG, and they probably think they are the new PPG. Yeah, sorry, not even close.
But no, I agree with everything that she's saying in this, and this is what I'm talking about, because the public consumes this kind of media. We clearly like this kind of show. However, when it comes to human behavior, mental, everything, it's like inappropriate to have your own opinion, to be your own self. But we're all seeing this stuff now because this was the old way of how things used to be done. We see you getting polished to be on TV like it's a puppet. Sierra is a puppet. I agree with everything she's saying though. This is just not good. A good way of being. Girls. I'm gonna do a video as well too about being a girl's girl and stuff because I don't even think that exists. Be yourself. Be a friend. A real one. You either respect the person or you don't. And Huda clearly does not respect them. Sierra clearly does not respect those girls. Like, it's just...
Okay, so after rewatching that episode with the heart rate challenge last night, I feel like I might have missed some things. I made a video last night saying it was kind of weird that Shelly was so upset about what Huda did. And, you know, she doubled back with Chris and all this stuff. Until I saw that it was cut and that there was some stuff that we did not see. So the fact that they had to cut that stuff just lets me know that there was some extracurricular that might not have been okay and definitely over the top. And you know when Pepe says something, when Pepe's like, nah, that look like more than... You know when he says something, bro, something ain't right. Something's gotta be going on. And even Huda said herself, like, bro, I fucked up. Like, but I don't know. She might be doing that same old. She start crying and... you know, getting people to feel bad. I hope that this conversation tonight with Shelly, I hope she stands on business and actually says what she wants to say. Their whole idea, this whole thing they had was exploration. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, while I understand being mad at Huda, and I think she went too far, at the same time, you got to set those boundaries for your partner as well, because then, you know what I'm saying, you can't be mad when she goes and does this to him. But realistically, man, they have like a fake like sense of sisterhood in that house anyway. I feel like everybody's fake. Everybody's, you know, has this kind of mean girl energy. There's just a lot going on in there. But I definitely think Huda had to have done something crazy, like out of the ordinary crazy. You saw everybody's reactions. That shit don't just happen for no little little lap dance. Something had to have been going on.
Go watch the episode. Go and watch the episode. It's on YouTube. It's on TikTok. It's everywhere. It was so embarrassing, guys. And this is why I'm like, this would be a great time for these people to talk about being in open relationships. How you feel about this? How about this lifestyle? All that, because that is a conversation that needs to be had instead of getting made a fool of because you want to save face. You want to save face for the camera. No, you just got disrespected. Period. And the way the whole Jeremiah thing happened with Huda, she was crashing out. I mean, going crazy. Rightfully so. Stupid, but rightfully so. That's what somebody would do if they're in a relationship and it's like, now you're cheating on me, now I'm mad, now I'm all that, like all that. So, ooh, just crazy. I'm flabbergasted, honestly, because everybody is so fake in this house. The only people that I feel like is genuine are the people who don't really get that much camera time. But even TJ and him and Iris, I don't know. But Pepe, he gives genuine. Nick, genuine. Alondria is genuinely being embarrassed and embarrassing herself. Amaya gives genuine. Andrina gives genuine. Like, this show is crazy. I couldn't be on this and think I'm gonna be in a monogamous relationship. You have to be open, period. You can't just act like you with something that you're not.
Is tomorrow, and we already know they're gonna show all the Nick and Alandria clips. Like, there's no way they're not. I think it goes without being said that Sierra likes Nick more than he likes her, and that's not a character flaw on Sierra. Sierra's a great girl. However, I think Sierra will be made of steel if she sees all the stuff that Nick has been saying about Alandria throughout the season and still decides to stay with him. I do feel like Sierra tries way too hard to be the cool girlfriend, and it's like, no, they're not closed off, but once you've done all that stuff that people in an actual relationship do, it's like, yeah, technically you're not closed off, but mentally, like, she's definitely closed off. Like, there's no way she's going to have the same openness to explore Elan as she did with Nick. And because of that, she has become a doormat because she lets Nick do whatever he wants. Like, she doesn't really call him out on anything. And it's to the point where I don't even know if movie night would be like the straw that breaks the camel's back for Sierra. Because mind you, Nick has never said the same stuff about Sierra as he said about Alandria, ever. He hasn't said that about any other girl that has come into the villa. And so the way I think it's gonna go for movie night is she's gonna see all the clips, all the confessionals about Nick saying all that stuff about Alandria, and then they're gonna pull each other for a chat afterwards. And then I think they're gonna do stuff that night because that seems like the pattern in their relationship. Like, anytime their relationship is a little rocky, they end up doing stuff that night, and then they're all like jolly and happy in the morning, and then it's like rinse and repeat, like a cycle. So if movie night isn't like what opens her eyes, I don't know what will. Like, yeah, and at this point, like, I've already decided that they're not gonna touch the 100K. So
literally, I'm sorry, I just gotta play these because Sierra using her body all of the time is just crazy. Here are some of the comments from in this video. To be honest, I think Sierra is the one holding back Nick Alandria. Alandria is the one that initiated the friend zone. Nick went with it so he wouldn't be rejected. Alandria just needs to give them a try, especially now that Taylor's out of the picture. Y'all, the whole world loves Nick and Alandria. Literally. Ooh, the next comment on here says, Sierra not seeing Alandria as competition is going to be part of her downfall, unfortunately. And Nick being a liar. Nick was trying to save face, though. Trying to save face. Some more comment theories about this Nick Alandria thing. The only way Nick Alondria can be a thing is if Nick stops lying to himself and unapologetically explores her, and Alondria sees Nick, as in explores Alondria, and if Alondria sees Nick how, and Alondria sees how Nick treated her better than Taylor played back in her face, then she would be at least Shelly to push. Then she would need at least Shelly to push her over the edge. Shelly ain't shit, bro. I'm sorry. Shelly ain't shit. She's not like a real kind of friend. She's worried about herself, her own image. What am I gonna win all this? Like, but also I don't think she's paying attention to what Nick is doing or whatever in the house. I don't know. I'm not there. I'm so sad I can't be in the house with them. But if I saw that my friend got a good man that has a good crush on her, girl, you better go ahead. Shelly wasn't bigging her up or nothing on that. Whew. Sierra is just really hooded with PR training. Yup. Literally. Let's get into this next video.
And another thing, Sierra boo, and I love you, so this is coming from the heart. Put the pussy down, pick up a conversation. Because the way you be putting that thing on him every time you see him slipping, just for him to turn around and be like, yeah, it was subpar. 35 seconds. And you over here giving a soliloquy about how y'all was munching peanut butter jelly sandwiches and hamburgers and hot dogs, and you just had the most amazing time of your life. One of these things are not like the other. Stop it. I'm actually getting embarrassed at this point because you are trying to confuse him with the puss power. And that can only take you but so far. Good strategy. Can't say I haven't been there before. However, you are in close proximity with 8 other puss. It ain't gonna keep him from long, sister. It's not gonna keep him for long. And you also have to understand, right now he is withholding his feelings for another shorty right across the way with a bigger ass and bigger tits. So how much longer do you think that puss is gonna hold on to him?
Period.
And another thing, Sierra boo, and I love you.
Period. Like, literally, this is why genuine connections need to be a thing. Genuinely being with somebody because you genuinely like them need to be a thing. Sex can only do but so much. Like, where's the substance in life? How am I gonna sit quietly somewhere and just laugh because you did something or said something, or I just see you and now I feel great, or like whatever it is. Like, understanding how somebody's mind works and stuff, the things, you know, that is important in relationship building. You can't just look good and know how to really good. Like, there has to be more to you than just the very easy low-hanging fruit. How can we hold a conversation? And then if you just like him because of how he looks, I like him because of how he looks. But I would have some substance to it, and I would communicate real feelings, real things, and really envision, like there's so much that goes into relationships, and sometimes the pressure is just put onto the sexual part, and that part is easy. It's the easiest part. It's so easy. Crazy. It's so crazy. Here's our last video, because I just talking about how this show is showing us this is how the world and dating works. Not works, but just is the state of it.
Y'all might think I'm misogynistic, but every time Nick starts pulling away, Sierra throw that cat. It's worse than Huda, y'all. It's worse. And y'all call Ace a scammer. She's scooting right by. She had a playbook. She's friends with Johnny and Cassie. Come on now. When Nick was talking to Bella, Sierra comes and interrupts the chat. When Nick's talking to Iris, Sierra walks by. Nick just waves at her. When Nick and Bella went up to Soul Ties, Sierra got in that photo booth, straddled him. He said, yeah, I'm choosing Sierra. Iris come in. She do the same thing. Andrina comes in. She gives him them 24 seconds. He kisses Alandria. She give him 40 seconds. Can y'all not see it? And it's sad because I know how men are, especially Nick. Since he has feelings for Alandria, he's going to start resenting her. You can see it when they were talking on the dock. That nigga he looked dead inside. Sierra's a Libra. I don't know, is she doing sex magic each time? Because every time he's around Sierra, he starts getting pimples. Y'all, I'm not even trying to be biased. At the same time, Nick is a grown-ass man. He can say no. But he really did like Alondria. I might even say he loved her. But she shut it down out of respect for Sierra. That's why Alondra didn't touch Nick at all during the heart rate challenge. But Sierra says Nick can't kiss anyone. But she's kissing everyone. And then she's going to say, oh, I'm not really... If it was anyone, I'd lie to you. She's not threatened by Alondra, but you should. That's the girl that has his heart. She gonna come out the villa and see all these edits and be like, whoa. They trying to give Nick and Sierra the winner's edit, but movie night and tweet challenge, I mean, she might just do the same. It's really disappointing, but yeah, I'm gonna stick by Nick. Like, it's the same little speech every time. She keeps saying, oh, I feel like he like him more than he likes me. He gives her fake reassurance. She throw that cat. It's a cycle. I don't know. I want to say I still have hope for Nicolandra, but she threw that cat twice. Maybe post-Villa, but in the Villa after she threw that cat twice,
This is like humanity trying to save face, growing your career, growing in money. All of that is at play in Love Island, and it has nothing to do with... I feel like if you're happy with yourself, you believe in yourself, and I would just refer to Nick for this. Even Pepe, because he's a retired basketball player, but shit, he can do a little work here and there. I don't see him throwing himself or doing nothing crazy like some of these people who really... They need this. They need this. Because that would help them, you know. Nick is a nurse. Amaya's a nurse too. They probably do modeling and stuff, just like the things. So this show... Like, this is not a reference. This should not be a reference point for people who want to pursue actual relationships at all. This is not reality for relationships. This is, how can I look the cutest, even look the cutest so I can get all these brand deals and stuff. Right now, what's happening on Facebook and just like media, there's couples, real life couples, married people couples, making comedy content together, which sometimes it's funny, but we don't know what happens with them behind closed doors and stuff. Like, I need motherfuckers to understand, I need people to understand that relationships are so dynamic, they're so multifaceted, there's so much that goes into it, and shit looks glittery and glamorous on the outside, or ooh, I could do that, I could do that. No, you gotta really know who you are, and then come to an understanding of who the person that you are pursuing is. Relationships are not this easy how Love Island tries to make it seem like, or as complicated as Love Island tries to make it seem like, because some of these people really just want to win the bag. Who am I gonna look the best with? Who has the most followers? Who has this? Who's that? Just craziness. Okay, so I loved watching this. Honestly, I like it. I like to see it because this is really telling you about how the humans are. And Ace be lying. He lie. He be lying. Okay, what are you talking about? You thought I believed you? No, Ace be a liar because he wants to win. I've said that on my videos, but yeah, this whole show is getting wild. It is getting crazy, and I hope it goes well for everybody in the end. For really Nick in the end, and Pepe. That's all. Those are the only two people I actually like. Everybody else they get a little fake. But yeah. Let me know what you think if you're watching this. How do you feel like Love Island is? I'll come in with more of a deep dive next time, but this is what I have right now because it's really not that deep yet until we come to like the end. But yeah, far as human connection goes and everything like that, don't take this shit serious. Know thyself, get to know your person, and unplug. That's really the only way. You gotta unplug. Cause girl. So I'll come back later. I'll see y'all on the next video for the next video and everything. Ciao.